Why it always be like that? Look, they don't drink so much.
Guess what mine is, though.
Waterfalls. Waterfalls. Oh, you gotta put your thumb right there. Look. Waterfalls. Oh my God, where's you drive for the day?
Oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna make it.
Are we valued up? We valued up, right? We valued up. Get the mic on. You can take it if you're waiting for stop. You can check it. Go to it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned to another episode of He Say, She Say, and I'm here with the beautiful Shawn Jones.
Hi, everybody.
And I'm King Gerald Jones. Today is going to be another great episode. But first, I want to let you know we have phone lines open. So if we have anything you may want to discuss, anything you may disagree about, anything that you feel you want to say, we allow you to call in because this is a live show. We're live on Blog Talk Radio and we're live on YouTube. And we're here every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're going to give the phone number out that you can call and discuss things with us. And the phone number is
646-716-4574. Again, 646-716-4574.
646-716-4574? Got it. So that's our phone number. We're going to give it out maybe 2 more times during the show. Again, we have another wonderful show. We're here every Tuesday live. Call in, talk to us. All calls are welcome. And I'm going to give it to the beautiful Shawn Jones.
All right. So tonight's show is going to be interesting. I have a feeling I'm going to have to try to contain myself talking to...
Contain?
What?
Huh?
What?
You going to contain?
Yes, I'm going to contain myself. But this topic is very interesting. We agree on some aspects of it.
Okay.
And then on others.
And this will be interesting because I know we have talked about this a little bit off air and more in depth or whatever. So it's going to be interesting to see if your theories have changed. Right? Changed. And maybe I can give you shed light on the situation. Can I have some?
No.
Stingy? Submit. That's the thing. You gonna tell me what?
Yeah. You threw me off. The topic of the show tonight is submission.
Right.
So I guess being submissive. What is submission?
Or well, actually submit or not to submit.
To submit.
So you might not want to submit.
To you?
No, not you, but like a person might not want to submit.
A lot of people don't want to submit.
That's crazy.
I'm afraid to ask for your views.
You have to. You have to ask.
I know.
You have to ask.
I don't want to.
The people want to hear what a real one has to say. Emphasis on real. I'll go to.
What are your views on submission?
Okay. Can you go to?
Oh.
My views on submission are submission. And I believe I talked about this on last episode. When I'm dating or when I meet a female, and she asks me, we mentioned submission, and she asks me, well, what is the extent or what kind of submission? Then I immediately know I'm not going to say she's not the one, but we need to talk. Because submission means everything.
Does it?
In my definition, submission means everything. And as we talked before, it's basically choosing the right guy to make sure when you're submitting everything that he doesn't basically take advantage of it or use it in the wrong way. But for me, the definition of submission is just that. Like there's no gray areas in submission, in my belief, in my situation.
Okay. So does she only submit to you? Do you submit to her as well? Do you submit to another? The universe, like what is the change?
And that's a good question. That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that. First and foremost, I don't necessarily submit to her, but I do listen to her. And that's why I chose her and we chose each other. I'm going to say I chose her because hopefully she has some good things to tell me. Hopefully she's very knowledgeable. Hopefully she's smart. So I'm going to listen to her and I'm going to take her opinion in consideration. But ultimately, it's going to be my decision. So that's why I say I don't submit to her.
Okay.
Now, as far as me, I subscribe to the natural law, the universal law. So that's more so where I'm coming at with it. And according to some universal law, in natural law, the male is supposed to be more dominant than the female.
Okay.
And also, might add this too. Not to say that the woman isn't strong. I'm not saying you saying that, but I just emphasize that. Not saying that the woman is strong, because I spoke on other shows. Women are very strong. To a degree, they're stronger than women, I feel. But that's the act of submission, knowing that you're stronger and you have more power, but you're somehow submitting to this guy. Now, the reason why you submit, I'm pretty sure you're curious about it.
Do tell.
But I'm not going to tell too much now because I'm not going to do all the talking.
Okay.
But remind me and I'll listen to it later. But as far as like a woman is being powerful, knowing that she's powerful, knowing that she's strong, knowing that she's enduring, to be able to submit to anything, knowing that she's of power. For example, do you play chess?
No, but I want you to teach me.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a lesson right now.
The queen protects her king.
Right, that. Everybody know that. But
yeah.
Like one of the...
Hey, I'm down playing my knowledge.
No, right. You can't grab it. No, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Because she's very powerful. On the board, she can move anywhere. She does most of the damage and everything. So one of the things I asked...
No, I was just going to ask, can she take the king?
No, she can't take it. No, she
wants to. I don't know.
She can kill the opposing party.
That's what I meant.
Yes, she can try. She could checkmate him. She could trap him.
Okay.
Now the analogy that I'm using right now is this. When I usually play opponents, I have a conversation with them before, and I'll ask them, what's the most powerful piece on the board? Now, I say 8 times out of 10, they'll say the queen. But this is what I want them to understand. This is what I want to convey, is that although the queen is very powerful, does the most damage and everything, protects the king, protects the other pieces, and kills the opposing parties, you still can play the game without her if she happens to get taken. And not wait, I'm gonna tell you 2 things. You still can play the game without her. And also the pawn can change it to a queen. So she can also be replaced. Now, in the game of chess, and I really do apply this to my life, natural law and universal law, once the king is trapped or done, the game is over.
Okay.
Get it?
I do.
Do you want to learn how to play chess?
Yes.
Okay. But point being is that the woman is very powerful.
Okay.
Do you want to tell? Do you have something you want to say about submission? Do you agree that you're supposed to submit to your man?
I agree that I'm supposed to submit to my husband. Yes.
Not your boyfriend.
No. Let me be clear though.
I'm all ears.
I don't believe that I'm supposed to be argumentative. I believe that in most cases he has the final say and makes a final decision if we disagree. Right. But I am not going to completely give myself over to anyone in total submission until they are my husband. So what is your limit? How do you stop? It depends on it just depends on the relationship. You don't get to tell me what to do with my house and it ain't yours. Some things I will respect. So let me ask you this. So for me, even with my dating, I need to see some level of submission even before we come. Absolutely. And when I say level of submission, remember what I said before. Like there's no gray areas. Then that's not a level, that's total submission. And that's what I'm saying. So you want total submission in dating. Right. You know. So how would he know that you're going to submit 100% if he makes you his woman if you're not doing that? Because certain things don't transpire until you're married and you live together. Do you know any examples off the top of your head? Like that you may submit before or may not submit while you're a girlfriend and may submit while you're a wife? Yeah. So, for instance, like bills and stuff in the house like that. Okay. Like if something needs to be taken care of and it's like, well, how do we handle this? Like, what's the hierarchy for things? How do we decide what gets done when? Right. In my house, I get to decide. Oh, okay. Because you guys are not living here. Because we're not living here. Okay, gotcha. And so I'm going to do what's comfortable for me in my space because it's my space. I totally understand. When it's our space, he gets to determine the hierarchy of how things are. I totally respect that. So that's what I mean. Well, then it seems like we're agreeing and we're gradually. Is there anything that you don't agree with submission? No, but I think no, I can't think of anything just in regard to submission you know, on the whole.
Okay.
And I was doing some research today on it, and I found something that pretty much was an outline of how I feel.
Okay.
Can I share it?
Yes, ma'am. All ears.
Now, I think your thing with submission is like, no, she's supposed to. I get thrown with you because.
Well, let's get and that's what we're here for, clarification. And let me add this part while you find it. Should I answer? Well, I just want to add this. That as far as our show, once again, is basically he say, she say. Is giving a woman's perspective and a man's perspective, and possibly finding an understanding, finding a medium, or coming to some kind of agreement in each other's perspective, or maybe the difference of opinion. So right now, I'm about to be all ears with the beautiful Shawn Jones, and she's going to teach me something. All ears.
Oh my gosh. So I was looking up like the history of submission and the significance of submission and all of that kind of stuff. And it made a very valid point. And I hear this from a lot of women because in relationships or in a marriage, I am submissive. Like you got it, it's yours.
Right.
And one of the things that it said was, over time it has been misconstrued as a means of considering women inferior, removing a variety of their privileges and also greatly hampering their ability to be self-determining. Right. And I think that's what a lot of women think about. It's like, my opinion doesn't matter. I can't make a choice. You're telling me that basically like I'm your slave. Right. And in my mind, that's not what submission is. And I think you're absolutely right, because when I say submission, but to me that's a lack of research, a lack of knowledge. But hey, they do feel it's the slave thing, but then it's not until I give the analogy or the example, letting them know that they're strong, letting them know that her opinion, if she's intelligent, and I chose the intelligent woman, her opinion is very much valid, and I value it. I want to hear what you have to say. You might know something that I don't know. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. So that's hopefully, as far as the men, that comes with choosing the right woman. Right. So, and for women, choosing the right man. I'm not going to submit to somebody who hasn't proven that they're worthy of me giving myself to. So with the title, submit or to not submit, are there any kind of men or act or a deal breaker that a man can distribute and you'll be like, no, I wouldn't submit to him? If your life is in shambles, whatever, no. Describe shambles. No, I'd rather not. Oh, no. We can pretty much guess what shambles are. Well, let me say this. You know pretty much what my life is. Right. If getting with you is going to take me down, then no, thank you. I'll pass. If we get together, it should be an uplifting experience. Now, well, let me ask you this crazy part, and I just thought about this off the. Well, let's say he's not. Well, I don't know. I can't really. I'm just giving an example, throwing it out there. I kind of know from what our conversations what you're answering, but I still just want to put it out there for the listeners. Okay. Let's say if he's financially capable, but he's not mentally stimulated. No. Okay, let's say if he's physically stimulating, but not everything. Everything has to be. And physical is honestly like the lowest. Right, I totally agree. Of needs. I totally agree. And for me personally, how you live, and I say this to men a lot of the time, some of my male friends who are like, why you work so much? You work so hard. You always this. You always busy. And I'm like, well, you have to do like you cost money. Right. Work provides money, and the thing is, it's like, well, and I know you and I have kind of talked about this, but like, well, you don't have to work. Well, you can work, but I'm just gonna kind of be at home, and when you come home, I'll have a hot bath ready for you, and I'll have a meal ready for you, and I'll make sure that the house is clean and all of that. Stuff like that, I can't necessarily. I don't feel like I can submit to that. Oh, so you basically want him in the workforce? Basically. Right. Yeah. And it's crazy, and I said this last time. I might have said this on every single show because it's a reality that was brought to my attention with Obama. Remember? What did you know what I was saying? Nope, I'm listening. Okay. According to Obama's debate, he brought it to my attention. I didn't know this before, but then women are now the primary breadwinners in America. I agree. Now, with that being said, and I'm going to throw my little politics out here, my universal law, to me, my opinion, my research, what I've studied, life is like a revolution. That's why we revolve around the sun. With that being said, from what I believe, natural law, universal law, that was how it was from the beginning.
the women were the primary breadwinners. Not necessarily the providers, but they were the primary
When
breadwinners.
did this happen?
We're going to be here all show. Do you want?
No, just
Okay.
no.
And even if you're looking at natural law, then the natural kingdom.
You're talking about the animal kingdom?
That's just natural. I said universal and natural.
Okay. Well, see, I can't go all the way there. I know that's your thing.
Right.
But I think about my grandparents' generation.
Right.
Those are the kind of relationships, for the most part, that I appreciate, respect, and would like to have.
Right.
The woman.
No.
No, not necessarily. No, my grandmother worked.
Oh, okay.
And my grandmother worked. She was a nurse.
Okay.
So it wasn't like she was just, lollygagging.
Right.
But at the same time, my grandfather was the head of the household.
Right.
So no, working, no. I don't know. I don't feel like it's necessarily a need for the woman to be at home and the man to be out. But I do feel like
you should make more. So if they both.
I'm not even gonna say that.
So if they're both working, like what makes it? Okay, let's say you work, do whatever you do. I do construction. I haven't been doing labor. Let's say I don't make as much as you. Would you be able to sit? Are you saying you can't submit to a man?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Okay,
What
but
I'm
he has
saying
to
is
be.
you can't sit on the couch and eat bonbons all day, putting Doritos off the chair.
Not the bonbons and Doritos.
Playing Madden.
Right. And
while I'm working 14 hours a day.
Totally understandable. I just want to bring clarity, like,
that doesn't work.
because I know again, primary breadwinners. I know even with my job and my last lady friend I was dating, she made more money than me. So it was a reality, like, and she was a good woman. She was a good woman because she still was able to submit to me, even though she was making more of the money. So I think that's exactly the epitome of submission, knowing that you're powerful, you're strong as a woman, but you're able to submit to a guy who may not necessarily, I'm not going to even say powerful, who may not necessarily be where you're at.
Yeah, that's not the determining factor for me.
Okay.
It's not. But for me overall, this is what I look at when I'm deciding about dating and being with a guy and deciding whether a guy is somebody I can give myself to.
Right.
Over the course of your life, what kind of choices have you made?
Right.
And I'm not talking about when you were 19. We've all made some bad decisions.
Right.
But we're not 19 anymore.
Right.
So what are you doing now?
Right.
If you're not doing anything now, then I'm not going to feel like I can submit to you.
Right.
Because you're showing me that you can't be in control of your own life. If you can't be in control of your own, how you going to be in control?
Right, how you control. And that's one of the things as a man, I don't know, I'm not perfect, but that's one of the things I think about as a man when I do start my family, when I do decide or get in a point where I want to be married and have my family or whatever. I know I have to not only control my life, I have to control the household, I have to control the family. So that's one of the major things that I do think about, and I suggest that every man maybe listening to this episode or living your life, that you think about those things, not just controlling your life, but one day or hopefully now you have a wife, kids that you have to, control, and you have to, set a great example for and lead. So I totally agree with that.
We have a question.
All ears. Is it for me?
It's for you.
Who can we gonna get some names?
It's Marvin.
Marvin. Oh, right.
Marvin said, or he asked,
Okay.
Can the queen checkmate the king all by herself?
Can the queen checkmate the? No. You can get a step. You need a king. Like, say if there's only a king on the board, on the opposing party, on the opposing side, on the opposing side, and I have a queen, I need the king. You can't move the pieces to checkmate with just a queen.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, shout out to Marvin. Call in for it, Marvin. We'll talk. Call in.
Marvin, you should call in. Let's talk about this.
Right. So, and that's crazy. That's a good question that he had. You can't checkmate without the king and the queen.
Okay.
Now you could do it with other pieces, but if it was hypothetically just that king on the board, he wiped out all the opponents, and it's just us. Just the queen cannot checkmate.
Okay.
But that's a good question.
I posted a question today asking about this topic.
But that's keeping up.
No, this topic that we're talking about.
Okay.
And I got a couple of interesting responses from guys. Women usually chime in and say and talk about how they shouldn't submit. Submission is old school and all that. But I got some really great responses from guys. So can I share?
Yes.
Okay. Marcus said, I feel that you and your mate should submit to each other. If my woman asked or told me to do something, if my woman asked or told me to do something, I would have no problem doing it. that's also where trust comes in, because you shouldn't be with anybody you can't trust to be submissive to.
I totally agree with all that he said, except when he said Marcus.
But do you understand why he said what he's saying with that? He's saying that if she asks him to do something, it's an act of no. When you look at the definition of submission, the definition of submission, one of the definitions of submission is responding to a request.
Right.
So if she asks him to do something, if I said, Gerald, can you give me some water, and you get it, that's an act of submission.
I would hope not, but I would have to get
by definition.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to get real deep into my Merriam-Webster, because me personally, and this I could
it's just using the word.
And that's what. And I now remember how
you sound like the women.
And that's what I'm about to say. You see how you were saying about the women? So I'm stepping up right now, and I'm admitting if I'm wrong, because I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm not submitting to no woman. I didn't think an act of submission was an act. But if it's me doing something, then yes, of course, I'm not even going to say that. I'll get her water.
By definition.
By definition, if that's the definition, I will give her water.
That's horrible.
I will get her water.
That's horrible. Rob said, I submit to my wife, kids, job, listen before you jump. I submit to my wife, kids, job, the world, and the subject at hand sometimes. He says, my wife is who she is, so I have to choose my battles. His girls don't care about football, so sometimes he has to watch Dora.
All right, I respect that. Oh, I mean,
what?
Well, I'm listening. I don't want to be like that.
Okay. He said he has to do his job at work, so he has to submit to his boss.
Totally agree with that.
And he wants to basically that kind of stuff. So in all areas of life, there are acts of submission.
I totally agree with that. 100%.
Really?
Yes, but then I must add this. In relationships, women and men, opposites attract. According to universal law, opposites attract. With that being said, if she's the emotional creature and if she's the submissive creature, I'm the opposite of that, just by natural law and universal law. So that would make me opposing to emotional would be logic. Opposing to submissive would be the dominant. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally agree with acts of
submission.
I don't want to say that because I don't think it's submission. I believe we all have jobs, roles, and duties. I will do my duty. I will do my job. My role is, if at that moment to get her a glass of water, I will do that. But again, getting in the grand scheme of things, in a woman and man relationship, again, universal law and natural law teaches opposites attract. We have to understand that. We have to respect. Excuse me, you don't have to. You can check that out and see if you need to respect that and understand that. With that being said, it lets you know that even now, I'm going to tell you this. I think even in the dominant role, of course, it's things I have to do. Universal law teaches that. Natural law teaches that. So I do agree that you are going to do some acts. I mean, I'm not saying I'm about to walk around like, she said, can you give me some glass? No, I'm not giving you no glass of water because I'm the dominant. No, of course not. But I'm not submitting to her by doing that, in my opinion. But by definition, if you're right, then I guess it is. Yes. Because I don't know. I haven't read that. Okay, but I'm with it.
All I'm saying is, you sound like those women.
I do. I'm pretty sure. I can dig that. Now, but guess what? I'm going to tell you the difference between me and them. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get in my Merriam-Webster. And if by definition an active submission is me getting the water, I will come and apologize to the listeners next week. Because that's just the type of real man that I am. Shout out. Okay, you want to give out the number? We're going to give out the number one more time. If anybody have anything to say about submission, opposing submission, or feel that a woman is supposed to submit or a man is supposed to submit, just call in. The number you can reach us at is 646-716-4574. Once again, 646-716-4574.
So, because I am the woman that I am, and I like to be helpful.
Right.
What does it say right there?
Merriam-Webster.
Okay. The condition of being submissive, humble, or compliant.
Right.
Simple compliance is an act of submission.
Can you look up compliance for me? And I'm not, no.
Yes.
And because even addressing, I'm not humble.
comma.
Okay, I'm just saying. I don't know.
That's like saying, hand me my hat, coat, or scarf. You know,
you're right.
You're right. You gonna fight me on this?
No. I say go to the compliant. And if we research it. This is for me and
you research it.
I am, and I thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, no. So yeah, as far as like I said, universal law for me and natural law is what I abide by. And going back to what you were saying about your grandparents, like that's the kind of thing that you like. Now, unfortunately for me, I don't prescribe to that because I know that was dictated to them under false pretenses. And when I said that, they were kind of fresh out of slavery. So all they were abiding by was the laws and the rules that were given to them at the time, as far as not knowing what was going on before them. But I understand that, and I respect why you say that, because it's a beautiful thing in its purest form. It is. But unfortunately, the laws have been tainted, and we have been prescribed to some unnatural laws.
Mm-hmm. Just read that one little line right there.
Yeah, I agree. Agreeing with a set of rules, standards, or requirements. No. I'm going to set the standards.
It's simple agreeing.
I'm not.
I asked him for a favor and he was compliant. That is the same.
Can I go to the?
Gerald, would you hand me that water? Thank
so that's
you.
submission.
That was an act of compliance by definition.
And wait, this is active compliance.
I asked him for a favor.
I need to see active compliance, and I will apologize.
You know what?
If I see active compliance, because I think compliance is like consistently submission. And I'm just not going to submit.
No.
No.
But it's cool. Don't worry.
Wait. The question, the title of the show is to submit or not to submit. Not to submit in that case for me to.
Of course not.
Right. But again, and I want to make this perfectly clear. I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to take her advice. I'm going to be all ears. And if she says something that's totally understandable, we going her route. Have I gave you the off air? I think I gave you the little example or metaphor or parable that like say if we're driving in the car, right? Mm-hmm. And we come to a fork in the road. Mm-hmm. I'm going to turn to my woman, wife or whatever, and I'm going to say, baby, which way do you think we should go? Now, if she doesn't know, if she knows something that I don't know, like baby, I've been on this road before, or baby, I just looked on my cell phone and the weather over here is bad, I'm all ears. But if there's no reasoning and I don't have a reason, then we're going to go my way. We're going to go my way. Okay. So that's kind of, to me, that's like the perfect analogy.
Okay.
You agree?
Uh-huh.
No, not the sarcastic submission.
No.
Do you agree?
I'm being compliant. I'm being amenable, which rolls into compliance and rolls into submission. I'm being amenable. I'm always amenable with you.
You are. The makings of a good woman.
Makings.
The makings. Yeah, just the start. Yeah, so no makings all the way.
I'm just playing. I'm hoping. I was looking at responses and everything to this. And this is a very interesting topic because so many people have so many intense viewpoints on it or ideas about it, but no one really wants to share.
I know and I noticed that about a lot of our topics. As you see, I don't know if we have like 100 or some viewers, but no one's coming.
Oh, right.
They're like, I don't want to. I don't know if they're scared. I don't know if they don't want to say. It's until. Am I that strong on them? Am I that hard?
A little bit.
No, but I'm woke, and I'm gonna say this again. And I probably am. But I welcome anyone's point of view. I welcome the cause, man. I gotta stop being like that.
A little bit. You see, I was just hitting my face.
You need to search because we're gonna put this.
Okay.
Okay. In the next segment, we're gonna choose the song of the week. What we like to do is take one of the songs from a week that we may be feeling, or it may apply to the subject or the topic. And you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Fine.
Okay.
Oh,
no, you go.
Okay. I'm trying to ask more.
Oh,
okay. Okay. The song that I chose is crazy because it really didn't apply to submission. Only reason I chose it is because it was a dedication from Sunday, I like to listen to oldies R&B on Sunday. Do you do that too?
No, I listen to gospel music on Sunday.
Okay, well. Okay. Well, no, that's good though. That's good because I'm gonna tell you what my mom used to do. Shout out to my mom because she listens to every song. She used to in the morning, like after we get from church, or not the morning, but right after we get from church, she'll listen to gospel music. And then at the evening rolls in, she'll throw in that secular. So she then went from the gospel on Sunday in the morning and like a little bit to the afternoon, and then it'll roll into the secular. So at evening time, I like to listen to my R&B, my oldies, and old school. So all this was a dedication. It really doesn't apply. I guess it ultimately does apply. You could be the judge, but I'm gonna play the song. It's "Ask of You" by Raphael Sadiq.
Oh, I love that song.
I love it. Had me ever since the dedication. I've been playing it in the car and dancing to it or whatever. I know how to dance. Did you know? Fact. Did you look? I didn't know fact. Did you know? I used to be the best dancer in Los Angeles from '88 to '99.
You told me that,
yeah. So I know how to dance. Like I don't know how to dance no more because it's all kind of crazy shit going on there.
It just went away?
Yeah, I still no because I didn't know how to do the new stuff. I still got my Cabbage Patch. And
I'm not gonna say nothing because I still walk and do the gas.
That's what I do. Like I love those. Like they're not going.
I don't know how to twerk or any of that stuff.
You don't know how to twerk? We gonna have to get you some twerk. Do they have twerk classes?
They do.
We gonna have to get you some twerk class. Every woman should know how to twerk. You gotta twerk for how you gonna submit to your husband?
Well, I'm not a twerk there.
Oh, well. Twerk. I can't even get you. Wait, we gotta do this. He say, she say, high five. He say, she say.
I'm just playing.
So I'm gonna play this song, and then I'm not gonna.
That was great.
Nah, you don't know. That was the wrong song. As a matter of fact, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to choose another song.
Really?
Yes, and I'm pissed. Horribly pissed. This is why if you want a job done, you gotta do it. That's horrible. Oh, look, we're gonna play this one. Did we play this before?
Uh-oh.
Remember? This is sexual. This is
eating to that song.
This is the sexual submission.
I'm never sure.
Way back here.
All the way laid back?
Remember this? You know I gotta pour my water. Everybody wants to. No doubt. She probably texted me. I'm sorry. Oh, you saw it. Eat the cake, man. Doing it and doing it and doing it swell. Yeah, that was my eat the cake anime. Go ahead. It's your turn.
My song. Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Okay, my bad. So compliance.
Y'all saw that.
Compliance.
So my song. Because I believe part of submission is kind of giving your man what he needs, even when he doesn't ask.
That's perfect.
So this is one of my favorite songs, actually. I really like the song.
I wouldn't have believed it. I'm just joking.
I
I'm just.
I picked, or I chose "Cater to You" by Destiny's Child. I really do like that song, and it's a really cool strip song.
How do you know?
Somebody told me.
Surfboard, cigars on ice.
I'm not saying nothing because you always talk about watermelon.
Right. Remember, you can't forget what happened on the last song about the boot. About eating the boot.
Okay, I'm sorry. "Cater to You" by Destiny's Child. Take care of your dude. Well, you shouldn't be with him if he don't deserve it.
Yeah.
No.
Go ahead, do it. I wanna cater to Gerald, cause baby, this is his day. Ain't that what she said?
No.
I wanna cater to Gerald, cause baby, this is his day. Something, some. Baby, you blow me.
I would not be singing that. That would not be one of my favorite songs. That would not be one of my favorite songs.
That's the remix. You didn't hear her.
I'm gonna go with no.
I wanna cater to Gerald, cause baby, this is your
But
day.
I know that happens though.
Yeah.
I know it does.
Oh, wait, to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I need to be catered to.
You sound like me when you sound like me, but I don't know how to do that.
Right. I need to be catered to. I need it. No one wants to cater to me.
I was looking for the lightning. Okay, next part of the show.
Next segment of the show is our entrepreneur of the week or the day. What we like to do is give a shout out for people that's, doing their own thing, whether it be running their own business, whether it be in the streets with it or whatever. We just want to give a shout out to entrepreneurs, and we want you guys to basically support them. So what we do, again, instead of paying our bills like a commercial, like the typical show, is we like to pay their bills. So Shawn Jones is going to give her entrepreneur, and then I want to give my entrepreneur.
My entrepreneur of the day, her name is Shawn, and she's my hairstylist. So I told her I was going to give her information out. She specializes in short hair, weaves, long hair, healthy hair. She's very, very good. Her number is 424-200-0154. But she really wanted me to give out her Instagram so you guys can look at her work and decide if you think she might be hairstylist for you. And on Instagram, she is Hair Queenie. It's HAIRQUEENIEE. Again, HAIRQUEENIEE. Check her out. Look at her pictures. She's really awesome, very reasonable, and very, very talented.
Okay. My entrepreneur of the day of the week is Marvin Gully. What Marvin Gully does is sell shoes, sell Jordans. He got the latest shoes, the latest Jordans, and they have great prices, great reasonable prices. If you want to contact him, you could contact him on Facebook. His Facebook name is Marvin, MARVIN, Gully, GULLEY. And again, he sells the hot shoes. You can go look on his site, on his Facebook, and you'll see he have the Jordan. I see right here, the Jordan 1s. He have the infrared Jordans. He have every color on the Jordan 1s. Yeah. They real nice. And if you don't have a Facebook or you don't want to Facebook him, you also can meet him at his, contact him at his email address. It's a Yahoo, and it's marvin.gully@yahoo.com. And first come, first serve. He has a lot of sizes. Again, he specializes in Jordan, but he said he'll have Nikes and all kind of stuff available. So again, that's Marvin Gully, and we want to give a shout out to Marvin and Siobhan.
Hey, Marvin.
As the Entrepreneur of the Week.
Marvin, I need some workout shoes.
He wants you. He got you.
He want me. He got me.
He wants you. He got you.
But I do though, for real. I need some workout shoes. Okay. So, you want to recap a little bit before we move? You recap. I'll move on to keeping up with the job.
Okay. Well, again, in my view, I do believe submission. I don't believe that the man should submit to the woman, but contrary to Ms. Jones, she feels that the act. So and it would be good. I'm gonna give
by definition.
By definition. And I'm gonna give out the number again in case anyone wants to help me or bring clarity or give some understanding. The number to call us at is 646-716-4574. Again, it's 646-716-4574. And again, I believe that universal law, natural law states that opposites attract. Now, if it's the job or the role, obligation, or duty for a woman to submit, it is my job, obligation, or duty to be the opposite, which to be the dominant. Therefore, I'm not going to submit. But with that being said, I am all ears. I am all for if my woman has great suggestions, I'm going to listen to her, and that's when we're going to go with that. But ultimately, I'll make this decision. And I believe the beautiful Shawn Jones was saying, just an active submission by definition, just an act of compliance by definition is an act of submission nonetheless. So we're trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure it out. She already knows.
I'm still the dumb. I know you still having a hard time with it. So
I got a stony heart with it.
You got an icebox for your heart?
Ooh, that's what with that Maria.
Yes.
Oh. Oh. I'm gonna listen to that song as I drive home. You didn't know I used to do that. Don't make me stand up and no more. How does the song go? It's crazy. She's nothing like the girl I used to know. No, that was my jam. Stop acting like you don't like my vocals. You know what we need to do?
Oh no, we
need to host a karaoke night.
What?
We need to host a karaoke.
What I would?
Would you perform?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, just me and you?
We can do that too.
No.
We can't do it together. Why not?
Are you talking about like a karaoke night, like out in real, at a place?
However,
and we tell people where we gonna be.
However,
we can do that.
Yeah, what was he talking about?
Oh no.
What other kind of karaoke? What kind of other karaoke is there?
I'm like, wait, you want us to have a microphone here? We can sing it to the computer?
No. Now, I'm talking about like we gonna let everybody know we're gonna be.
Now, I'll do that. I'll do that. I will embarrass myself. Or actually, I won't be embarrassed. I will get up there and act a plum nut.
I think we should do that. And then have all our friends, family, our Facebook friends, and then just have a night.
That would be fun.
I might put that together.
This is the thing, though.
No. That's how you know it's serious with a woman. When she stops all things and hit it like, this is the thing. You better pay attention, Mama. That's when you pay attention.
Okay. When you put out there that this is where you're going to be, and this is where all your people can come to be, we're going to need security. We're going to need sheriff, the highway patrol,
they got security.
We're going to need the National Guard.
They cool.
Paramedics on standby.
We're going to have to get, what is it called, like when you come in with the weapons?
The medical.
Why?
No, I my weapons. So, you let me in first, and then you put those.
You seen the movie Belly?
Yeah.
You don't have your weapons already.
Already in there. Behind the toilet.
Right.
About business.
Really, I promise you, I really want to put that together. And I'm thinking it was I have my homeboy, he's a DJ. He had the whole karaoke set up. and they have a spot. So I'm gonna shout out Vernon Hillcrest. I'm gonna check that out, and I really do want to put that together and see how it goes.
If the event is from 9 to midnight, I'm gonna be there from 9 to 9:15.
The freaks come out at night.
You got it. I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you. You know I gotta mess with you.
Right.
So to wrap it up, you already
We're not wrapping it up.
Oh, we're not wrapping it up?
Because we got to do the come. Well, you can take it. Go ahead.
I had another something that I wanted to share in regards to the topic of submission.
Okay.
Someone just posted something, and I felt like it was pretty interesting. It was a woman. It was our first woman. Like I said, it surprises me that men commented and women didn't say anything.
Right.
But one of the great points that I think she made is she said, when you put your spouse's best interest ahead of your own, then that's first of all, I'm gonna need you to calm down on the wordplay and think about.
And the funny part about it is,
if you put her needs or you guys' needs before your own personal
I agree with that, but not her individually. Because you'll be in shambles, and it's funny because remember, we talked about this off the air about the emotions of a woman. As a man, if I'm trying to address and attack every single emotion and try to put her emotions,
not that.
But that's what women come with.
Okay, that's not all we come with.
No, I didn't say that. But that's one of the things that you guys come with.
Okay.
So with that being said, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just.
Women are emotional.
And that's I believe.
They get on my nerves too.
And that's all I'm saying is that we can't possibly. Now I agree with the betterment of the unit. I'm with the unit. I'm with the team. I'm with the family.
It's not about you. It's about us.
Yes, I agree with that. And that's what I think women. And to be honest with you, I think women make more sacrifices than men.
Absolutely.
I know they do. Again, that's why I don't want people to think I'm sexist or I'm an asshole, because I understand those things. But by natural law and universal law, there's rules that have to be abided by.
Okay.
So with that being said, in a nutshell.
So let me ask you one question before we move on.
Okay.
If you knew your wife needed something, like something girly,
right.
Like if you knew she needed flowers once a month, or if you knew she needed you to dote on her every now and then.
What is dote? Excuse my ignorance. I had a basic Dorsey High School education.
Hush your face. What if she needed you to like cater to her every now and then?
It depends though.
You look so defeated.
No, it depends. Like I'm with the flowering, I'm with the, I guess, the catering to the. Yeah. Just as long as it's not a consistent, we're putting her emotions before the team. That's all I'm saying.
But would you give her a day where you just
yes, of course, she
do whatever she wants?
She deserved that. I believe she earns that. I believe she deserved that. Of course, I would do that. Of course, I would do that. She deserved that. She earned that. I would do that. Are you surprised? Am I still alive? Is that true? No, I would. I really would be. And I'm gonna tell you why. Now, see, this is where it comes. Mike, understand. I'm totally with the logicalness of the situation. Okay. With that being said, I know she may need a break. I know she needs to rest for the team. We're going to take this caller, and then we'll.
Marvin just talked about us.
Caller, are you there?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello?
Hey, this is Marvin.
Hey, Marvin, what's up?
Look, one thing I think that y'all are leaving out of this whole submission thing, and it just has kind of what touched on. But the submission thing, even in the natural law, the universal law, you have to believe that the person who you are with, the universe, gave them to you because you were supposed to have it.
Totally agree.
So if you believe that the universe is conspiring for your good, then there's nothing wrong with listening to your woman, because if you take that look at it, then the universe will not put her in your life if she's not for your good. But even if you decided or you thought, hey, well, I think we should do this, but she really said, no, I got a bad feeling about that. A lot of times we as men don't listen to that, and then I know you for me. When I don't listen to that, I end up either in jail or I end up losing a lot of money.
Right.
I end up all bad. So a lot of sometimes you kind of like, you're not necessarily submitting to that person. You're submitting to the will of a higher power that has put that person in your life for your best interest. And people kind of get, their egos get in the way, and they say, oh, no, I'm not going to listen to that, I'm not going to listen to him, because I'm an independent woman, or I'm the man. Yeah, you're the man and you are an independent woman, but you should be independent enough to think, okay, well, his idea is good, it might even be better than mine, so let me go ahead and do what it is that he said, and vice versa. Now, honestly, as a man, the way society is, you don't want to do that too much, because then you're going to get run over in your whole household.
Right.
So you got to give your woman that voice, and even sometimes, I don't want to say submit to her, because you're not really submitting to her. Like, if you believe in God, then you're actually submitting to the will of God, because God a lot of times will work through other people and talk to you through other people. At least that's my belief. So you have to have that connection to God or high power or universal, whatever it is that you want to call it, whatever it is that you believe in, and just know. And if you're in contact with that, your higher power or your God, then you will know what to listen to and what not to listen to.
Right. I totally agree with that, Marvin. 100%.
Marvin, I just hugged you in my mind.
Are you there?
Don't get me started with you, Shawn. So, what would you think?
Perfect.
I think I'm ready for it.
No, I completely agree with you, 110%. I absolutely agree. And see, I didn't state it, I guess, from the male perspective, but that's kind of how I feel from the female perspective. It's like, you have to give me something to submit to, and part of you giving me something to submit to is, I believe in God, is the fact that you submitted to God. So you submit to God, I submit to you. I have to trust that you're going to follow him, and if you follow him, we're going to be all right.
Exactly. Now, if the person is out there all really doing all kind of silly stuff, then of course, like for me, I'm not gonna put myself out there. For me, now, initially when I first got out of jail and when I first got out of prison, like, why would I expect my woman to submit to me because she been taking care of the house, even my baby mom, she been taking care of my daughter. I've been in jail. I've been having to have them spend me money so I can eat and whatnot like that. So, and also I went to jail because of something I did, a mistake that I made that was clearly a mistake, and clearly I got caught and I wasn't as slick as I thought. So, just looking at the decisions that I made, they wasn't in the best interest of anybody. So, why would she? You know what I mean? So, then you have to, you have to reconnect with something, or else she's just going to be mad because she ain't going to listen to you. And honestly, if you really care about her, if you take an honest look at what you've been doing, it's like, or if I were to take an honest look at what I've been doing, if that was my daughter, I wouldn't want her to do it. Some cat like me either. So you got to get yourself in order first before you can expect somebody to submit to you or even talk about even listening to you. Period. So in that aspect, like you can't just, oh, I got to be this, I'm the man, you got to listen to me. It don't work that way. People try to make it work that way, but it doesn't.
Totally agree.
Marvin, I just blew you kisses. Okay, but you know what? You made a really good. No, but seriously, you made a really good point. Just because you are biologically made a way does not make you a man.
Right.
And I think a lot of males feel that way. They feel like because of a certain age or because they're a male, then they're a man, and they're the person that someone should be submissive to or should submit to. I'm glad that you said that, because that's definitely not the case. Just like age doesn't make a female a woman, it doesn't make a male a man. And a lot of people say that, but I personally don't believe that. I believe a man and a woman, the title of those, come with responsibilities.
Right. I totally agree.
Right. And I firmly believe that you can tell that you're a man by the decisions that you make.
Right.
You know, not just by your genitalia or, you know, hormones or testosterone or whatnot like that. It's based on the decisions that you make. Because I can honestly say, I'm just now becoming a man. And at 35, because a lot of decisions that I was making earlier in in life, they was all for me, and it was based on let me do this, because this is what I want to do, not caring about what nobody else thought, what nobody else felt about it, how what I was doing would affect anybody else. That's not a man at all. That's just somebody just selfish and not caring about nothing. And that's nothing at all to submit to at all. Like, and for me, because I have a daughter, I have a lot of stuff that I do. I have to look at it like, okay, would I be okay with my daughter being with a guy who's doing the same stuff that I'm doing? And once I really started to judge myself like that, my life is changing.
Right, right.
Thank you, Marvin.
Thanks for the call, man. We appreciate it. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, so I appreciate the shout out. I didn't know you were doing that. No, but that's great. That's cool, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. I got you.
Have a good night.
Sure. And you already know I'm $90 off for you, so yeah. But whatever you need, just come get it.
All right.
We'll be there somewhere so you can get it.
All right.
Thanks, Marvin.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too, babe.
He made a good, valid point, and it's good, and that's why we need callers, because we're not going to know it. Well, it might be something. Exactly, it may be something that we think have in our brain, but we might not bring it to the table because we're only two people. And it's crazy because even with me, I was just speaking on the perspective of me and what everybody's not a man, like you said. So I have to also sit back and realize, like, well, we have to first get to manhood. We have to first be, like you kind of said, we have to be deserving of the submission to even be submitted to. So I totally, that was a good call. That's why we encourage callers, because everyone has a different understanding. They might be focused on one thing while we're focused on other things.
You know what? That's something I want to talk about. So I was going to use something else for Keeping Up with the Joneses, but I would like to use kind of that. What Marvin was saying about, what we were just talking about being a man, about being a woman, not just an adult male or adult female. One of my friends who I really, really love had said something not too long ago, and he was saying he's tired of people saying somebody's not a real man or a real woman. If you're grown, then you're a man. If you're grown, then you're a woman. And, I mean, I guess technically...
See, and it's crazy because, not to cut you off, if we want to go that route, we can say technically you are. But you're still a man making stupid decisions. So would you rather be classified as a boy, or would you want to be classified as a man doing stupid shit?
So I think, how do you feel about talking about that next week on the show? It's like, what, not only being a man and being a woman, but what makes one a good man, what makes one a good woman, because people throw the terms around so loosely. And it's
crazy because it's funny that you said, because even skimming down my Facebook, everyone has a different perspective or understanding of what a man is, what a woman is, a good man is, a good woman is, what they feel they should be doing and not doing. And even, for example, if I can remember it, it was one that I read today. Well, I'm not going to read it. We can bring it up next week. But I agree with that. So you got to think of the snappy title, and we can talk about that next week.
Okay, I can do that. That's something I've really been wanting to talk about, because I know what I feel is not necessarily the general consensus.
Right.
So I want other people's opinions, and I want information. So I'm definitely going to try to concoct that.
Right.
We're coming to the end of the show.
Right, we're coming to the end of the show. Oh, shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't know, we beat OKC. OMG, oh my God. We beat OKC. And if we never win another game, which we probably won't, which we haven't in this season, you guys did real good. So shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers. Take it.
I guess that's it. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us again. Please call in, come talk to us, come back and see us again on next week. I think next week's going to be real interesting. I'm going to try to get a whole bunch of opinions to share for next Tuesday. What were you going to say? And
I want you guys to call in. We have 100 and something views, and you guys are not calling in. So
share your opinions, share your perspectives.
I'm going to try to be a little nicer. I'm going to try to be a little softer. I'm not going to.
Next time he asks about pinch him, so you guys need to see me pinch him on here.
Look, they need to put me in one of the, what's the thing where they throw the ball at?
The dunk tape.
Yeah, the dunk tape.
The dunk tape.
Again, thanks for listening. We're here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. live. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your ears.
See you.